All right, guys, let's take a look at my favorite Steinhart. And I think it's easy to see why. Well, there's a bunch of reasons why. One, it's titanium. I like the titanium. I have actually quite a few titanium watches now. And the overall design of the watch is not I don't feel like it's a homage to anything. It's definitely their own thing. It has the Batman, the black of the blue bezel, the broad white, stark white full hands with the black center, the blue GMT hand. Just a really easy to read, great looking watch. They nailed the overall design on this model. This is the 42 mil, which is in titanium. Unfortunately, I feel like the 39 mil, they went with the stainless steel. I think they could have done the titanium in that version as well. And then even more so, I actually really do like the titanium 500 just straight dive watch where it deletes the GMT hand. I don't need a GMT. I think the bezel looks really good, the black with the blue, but they have this basically same watch, but in a three-hand time only with the date. So that one's really clean looking. It's a little bit less money than this, but essentially has the same feel. So one day I will have that one on the channel as well. But really great looking watch. It also has a display case back, so you can see that ETA 2893 GMT style movement. Of course, sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel insert, and then a really nice grayish tone of the titanium case. So case size, you are looking at a 42. The lug to lug is probably one of the bigger gripes that people are going to have. It is just over 50 millimeter, and it's fairly straight across. It doesn't really drop down much. So that would be the biggest gripe I think people are going to have. Depending on your wrist size, if you have a little bit bigger wrist, it's not that big of a deal. Even on my 7 1/4, it's totally fine, because the solid end links here, that center piece of that end link does articulate. It doesn't lay flat, like I've shown many times on video. Well, there you go. I guess if you just push it up a little bit, it can get to lay flat. So it's going to wear super comfortable on wrist because of that. That's a critical component to comfort of many watches, I believe. So really nice screw down crown, signed as well, deeply signed. Excellent pop. Actually, I'm going to show you the pop. See if we can get it here. I don't know if you heard that, but you can feel it. It like pushes your fingers out of the way. Really nice pop on that when you screw it. I know that's like an OCD thing for me, but I really like that feel. Thickness is 14.8. That's including that, chamfered and double domed sapphire crystal. And then the lug width here is 22 mil. Bracelet tapers down to an 18. Again, all full titanium. You can see it's 4 micro adjust, no dive extension. Pretty basic stuff here, but that's all you really need, I believe. So, all right, let's see. Bezel Action, 120 click. It's only one direction, so you cannot go back the other way, but it really does have a nice bezel feel to it. That's part of the reason why I'd like to just have the dive. I really think it should be a true 24-hour bi-directional GMT style bezel. If you're going to go through the trouble of doing this, do it all the way, do it right. That's just my opinion. I think I was a little more forgiving of that earlier on. I'm no longer forgiving of that. So that's one mark against it, I think, in my opinion. But other than that, the materials used, the finishing, the construction of it and everything is just top notch. Mel sent this in, a viewer. He actually sent in this, a Squale, and then that Victorinox that has been on the show already. So big thanks to Mel for sending that in. I'm going to pop this guy on wrist so you guys can see it. If you were wondering, I've been wearing the Citizen, which I have already done a video on, but I'm learning to watch a little bit more, so I'll do a better video of that. But here is the Steinhart on my 7 1/4 wrist. You can see it looks and feels great on wrist. So I might be just a touch under 7 1/4. I could be wrong on that, but you can see it. Like it fits fine. There's no protrusion over the wrist or anything like that. So I think 6 3/4 to 7-inch wrist and up, you're going to be able to pull off the 42 no problem. If you feel like the 42 is maybe going to be a little bit too big for you in the Steinhart line, you can definitely go with a 39. But maybe it's just where I'm at on my journey. I think I would push the 42 these days. You know, I've said in the past when I've tried the 39 that it's definitely a sweet spot, but I'm just wearing bigger watches right now. So the 42 would be my pick today. So that might change tomorrow. You never know. So Mel also purchased this really nice rubber strap that Steinhart does. And this is my first experience seeing these as well. And it does smell like vanilla. It's really good. And you can see it comes with some extra hardware, but it attaches onto that center link. So it's going to be crazy comfortable. Of course, it's got micro adjust on both sides. And then I believe you can cut it to fit or something. But when you do the double pusher, I really like the clasp. And you guys know I'm not a huge fan of butterfly clasp, but this one's pretty slick. So I didn't, set it all up or anything like that. But you can pretty much tell it's going to be a super comfortable strap to have on there. So it's nice to have those extra accessories. I encourage people to maybe try that. So here's a close-up of the dial. You can see it's kind of a matte. Oh, yeah, somebody was going to do a drinking game every time I ran my thumb across there, so you got to take a drink just now. So it's got kind of a matte black dial there, and then it has the printed on luminous indices, nice date cutout at the 6, and then, of course, those stark white framed hands, I think, are what really help this thing pop. So excellent looking watch. Here's a close-up on that movement. Nice blued screws. You can see it ticking away there. Gold style rotor. Custom Steinhart rotor. So let me zoom back out. We'll get you guys a lume shot. So it's fully lumed, including the bezel, of course. It has a really nice cool blue, so I'm assuming it's a really heavy application of BGW9. It's definitely a little more blue. I'm not sure if you're picking that up on camera, but to the naked eye, it's definitely a bluish color. So really nice BGW9. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Big thanks to Mel for lending this guy in, and I'll see you on the next video.